This is Matt for Into Boxing. Delighted to be joined by prospect Chloe Watson. Chloe, huge fight night in Newcastle. You look full of energy. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I am full of energy. I'm ready to go. Enjoying this today. Said before, it's the first time I'm doing something like this when it comes to a fight week, and just really embracing it. And yeah.
How you find it? Because obviously your debut, you did that, and now this is you thrust into the big show in Newcastle. You've obviously got all the press conference to weigh in. It's a huge exposure. Are you just sort of, taking it all in, soaking it up, so that you can be prepared for when you do move up the ranks?
Yeah, basically. I'm looking to just enjoy it as well. I love it, and I think some people forget that through all the seriousness of it all, why we do it in the first place. And I do it because when I was 8 years of age, I walked into a boxing gym and I loved it, and I haven't left. So yeah, it's more about just enjoying it for me, and then when it's time to get serious, we get serious.
Did you dream of this then when you were younger, having this sort of moment, even like the fight weeks where you're having interviews, press conferences, photos? Was this all something that you've sort of thought about, manifested?
Well, to be fair, I didn't see what you could do or where you could go with boxing from obviously the age of 8, 9, 10. I just knew I wanted to do it. It was as simple as that. I didn't know that females didn't really fight at that time. I didn't have a clue on anything. I don't think I even really watched it. I just knew when I went into the gym, I felt good. I loved to do it. I knew I was good at it from a young age. Even without people necessarily telling me, I just felt I was good at what I was doing. So yes, it was more just the feeling for me, because I didn't really see the paths until when the path started to actually be shoved right in front of me. And that's why it's so great now that female boxing is doing great things for females, and I'm seeing that path again. I feel like I'm back to 12-year-old me, where I didn't see that path, and now I'm seeing that path. Exactly the same with the situation I'm in at the moment. That's
crazy, that, isn't it? First, obviously this is I suppose a new chapter for you, isn't it? Because it's the start of your pro game, and now you're looking at the end game. Where can I go? And obviously you'll be wanting to become world champion. But let's go back to early years then. If you're fighting that young, I'll take it. Were you getting into a bit of bother? Were you fighting at school? What's your sort of start? Did you get into any trouble with fighting?
I was fighting with my brother from a very young age. My mum said I was fighting before I even knew what fighting was. I used to climb into his cot and then I'd make him cry. My mum would come up and thinking, what's up
into his cot?
Thinking, honest to God, that's the stories I've been told. So it's not coming from me, it's coming from my mum, it's coming from my nan, it's coming from everyone who witnessed me as a toddler. They used to say I used to climb into my brother's cot, make him cry, and then when they would come up, I'd scream for me bok because I just couldn't be bothered crying. And I've spoke to my brother, and I hope he doesn't mind me.
Not scarred him.
But no, yeah, he's all good. He's very supportive of what I'm doing, and basically just come from there. I used to always just fight with him, and then he ended up getting. My mum said, "Oh, we'll take him to a boxing gym," because I was beating him up all the time. And then he come back and was like, "Chloe, you'd love it," and we were only 6 at this time. So the next time my dad come to pick him up, I said, "Can I go?" And my dad was like, "Yeah, okay then." But he just didn't think to ask me. They didn't think "Oh, Chloe likes fighting, let's take her to the gym." It was more just take the boy to the gym. But yeah, so that's where it started. We don't fight no more. He towers over me now.
You jumping in a cot with your mum, just the little shit.
Oh, I done all sorts. I put him in a washing machine and everything as well. My mum said it's lucky it wasn't automatic, because it was one of them. I know that is bad. I know that's I know it's costing a lot.
Wow, just a bit. Imagine if you'd have set it to spin.
So I think I've got nicer with age, to be honest.
You've mellowed, have you? You're not doing that now?
Yeah, no, yeah, I must have been evil as a kid, but yeah.
Talk to me about your pro debut. Let's go back to that. I think I spoke to you just before, and I think you were obviously eager and very sort of anxious to get in there. And how did you find it?
Amazing. I loved every minute of it. The second it was done, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it's done now. I want to go back and do it again. So I did just want to get out again as soon as possible. Obviously, it has been a while now. How many months it's been? 3, 4. So I am looking to be very busy from after this fight onwards, and I'm looking forward to a busy year.
Now, how you found things with Ricky? Obviously, I think they mentioned it on stage about calling you young Ricky Hatton, the way you fight and the way you come forward. How have you taken to him his training methods? Obviously, he's been there, seen it, done it, seen both sides of boxing. How have you found that sort of relationship gel?
Yeah, great, you know, I mean, it's just gelling even more and more as soon as we're seeing things coming together from training, because like it does take a while to, obviously I trusted everything he was saying, and I seen the type of stuff that he was teaching me and how well it was going to benefit me, but at first it just takes a while to actually put it into practice, so we got to doing that, and now it's starting to show a little bit through my debut, and looking forward to show a lot more through this fight on Saturday.
Another one of your big supporters, I think you've seen it before, is your Nan like your biggest supporter in the world? I think I saw an interview you did about a year and a half ago, and I just thought, yeah, like she's getting behind you. Is she your number one fan?
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what? Like above like all girls from boxing and anything like it, when I'm older, then I'm happy. I'm happy. I say that to her all the time, and she thinks I'm chatting, but I'm actually not. Honestly, I look at her and I just think, like, if I've got the same like mentality of you, to just be crazy and just do you, and just not care what anyone thinks, just go and live in Spain, do you know what I mean, come back home, be an amazing nan, an amazing mum, then, you know, I'm happy.
Because she's quite youthful, you do a lot together, don't you?
Yeah, no, we do all sorts. From like, I said to her one day, yeah, I want to do a skydive.
No, you didn't do that, surely not.
No, I did. I only said it because I was trying to, it's like just throwing it out there, do you know what I mean? I said, well, get out there with skydive.
Test the boundaries of what she'll do.
So basically I went round to my nan's for a cup of tea, said, Nan, I wouldn't mind doing a skydive. But then I went, but you've got to be 16 to do it, so I can't do it till I'm 16. So I was just trying to act like, you know, I'm up for an adventure. Next minute, 16th birthday comes around. She only booked me on to do a skydive, hadn't she? With her. I was like...
she did it with you?
Well, yeah, and I couldn't back out, could I? Because she was doing it.
Yeah. Were you more nervous than that than fighting?
Do you know what? The emotions that I felt was very much like a fight. Like, do you know, like when you're just there and you're like, right, I'm doing it, I'm going, see you on the other side. But I was just thinking, like, when I was actually, I've done 2 skydives now, but when I done it with my nan, obviously that was the best experience ever. And I was just thinking, I can't not do this, and she does it, so I've got to do it.
Oh, can you imagine going home and going, yeah, I bottled it, and Nan walks in, strutting, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was one of our favourite memories. But yeah, we love to do things like that. It's good for both of us.
I think when you get older, sorry to cut you off, it's good to see obviously when people are obviously at aunties and grandmas and stuff, obviously they do get old, but it's good it must keep their mind fresh to be doing stuff like that, especially when you're bouncing around doing stuff like that, sticking people in washing machines.
Well, she just booked me on for the Tough Mudder. Obviously we don't know when we can do that because whether I'm fighting and not, and whether I'm home, but yeah, she's just put me on for the Tough Mudder to do with her.
She's at home, like, signing you both up?
Yeah, so she signed us up for that. So hopefully I can tell you when we've done that the next time I see you.
But yeah, we'll have to catch up after you've done that, because that's mad. I've seen something on Instagram when I've talked to you about your signature dance move. You do the worm, don't you? Where the hell did you just pop that out? Were you in the middle of a concert and just cleared the dance floor and did it?
Yeah, I did. Do you know what? I just felt an urge to do it, and I thought, if I don't do this now, it will play on my mind for the rest of the night. Like, that was my time to shine. So obviously I'm grabbing that with both hands. It's a bit like fighting, actually, because like when it's your time to shine, you've got to turn up. So no matter where I am, whether it's at a concert or whether it's in the ring, I'm taking these opportunities with both hands.
Why did you think that were your time? Where were you? What concert were it?
I was at a Dave concert.
So his time to shine, and you're there clearing crowd.
Actually, Dave concerts are very inspirational, and I had the ball. And to be fair, I've been practicing the worm from a very young age too. So
I think you've mastered it.
Why do you not think I've mastered it?
I asked you.
No, but you've seen it. Do you think I've mastered it?
It's pretty good.
I thought it was really good.
What, like out of 10, what do you grade it?
And I had my bag on too, so like, think about it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, you had your little bum bag on too?
Yeah, I had my bag on, and I didn't realise I had that on until I was actually like already on my way to the floor. So
you feeling it crashing against you?
And I was like, oops, but you know, I still pushed through, got it done, finished the move.
7.
Except for what?
Out of 10.
I reckon.
No, it was better than that. I was just laughing, I was looking through thinking, where the hell is she doing this? Middle of the day concert? Do you just get them little random ideas and think, fuck it, it's happening?
No, everyone else was doing it as well.
Alright.
So like, no,
I only saw you move a bit of a space and thought.
No, so like the space was like created, and I was actually with my boyfriend, and like everyone was with their friends, and they all like, someone went in and done a worm.
What does he say when you did that?
I think he's just like, just doing it again, just having Chloe moment, but he loves it because he just knows I love it.
What about after fight night? If you win, providing you win, why don't you do that just as announcing your name? Just do the worm, because that would be your time to shine, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we'll see about it. It's got to pop up at some point, hasn't it? It's got to come. I've actually had this conversation with someone this week as well, but maybe throwing the worm in there, but we'll see.
Do it. Have you got a message to people who are supporting you, whether it be family, fans, sponsors, anyone like that, just who's supporting you on this journey?
Yeah, all of them, family, friends and sponsors. Many of them are coming up to me fight on Saturday. And I understand it's a bit of a drive, it's like 3.5 hours, and it's an expensive night too, so I want to thank them for making the effort to come, and even if they're not coming, just for supporting me and getting behind me, and yeah, I appreciate it.
Chloe Watson, it's a pleasure speaking to you. We'll have to have another catch up either after Tough Mudder or where you've done the worm in the ring or whatever you're going to do, but yeah, thank you for giving us some of your time, I appreciate it.
Cool, thank you.